Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Stitches and Stencils, which is a series that MK and I do with Sandy over at her channel, State Goddess, and MK's channel, Some Assemblage Required. I'm also playing along with Off the Board today. This is my inspiration piece. It just gave me the idea of doing the horizontal lines, and I apologize that I did this before I turned my camera on. This is a Transfer Me paper from Dress My Craft. Dress Your Craft? Dress My Craft. I'll put a link down below if they're still available, or one that's similar. Basically what it is, it's very much like a temporary tattoo for kids, where you put it on their arm and then you put a wet paper towel over the top of it and it transfers onto their skin. Very similar. So this came as a whole image. I cut it into 5 pieces, and then I peeled the top off and stuck it face down on the paper, and I used one of those little sponge applicators that comes on a wooden handle, and it's like a little gray sponge. I just dipped it in water and I rubbed it along, and then I was able to peel the backer off, and it left this beautiful image. And cutting it into the horizontal pieces was inspired by that pin from Pinterest that had the big bookshelves on it. I am now using a stencil from Kaisercraft. It is, I believe, a wood grain stencil. I don't know if it's still available or not. It's very old, but I think it looks more like peeling paint than wood grain. So I used that, and I used some Ranger Opaque white texture paste, and I am using to go through the stencil. And then once I was done with that, I decided to use a little bit of white acrylic paint, and I'm dry brushing that on to give this a kind of faded, worn look, almost like a whitewash, but I don't want to cover up the entire image. I just want to make it a little bit more natural. I also did go in and sand the image down a little bit at the very beginning. That's what I was doing. I was sanding some of it off of the white background, much like if you were to take white core cardstock and sand it, you would get white splotches coming through. And now I have these tags that have these little holes in them. I took a number 7 die and I traced it onto my tag. I'm taking a little bit of embroidery floss, and I'm following along with what I traced, and I am filling in the number 7. Excuse me, because these are my niece's middle child's 7-month photos. If you were watching yesterday, I did her 10-month photos. I've been working on her monthly photos a little bit here and there throughout this month, so this is not the first time I've been documenting her, but I really liked this background with her outfit that she's wearing, and she's got reddish blonde hair, and it goes great with this photo as well. So that is why I am doing these photos with this paper. I just thought it was really pretty, and I think my niece will also like it. So I am pulling out my bin of stuff from 49 and Market. The first bin was of nature study things, and then the second bin and this bin are from the Spectrum Sherbert collections, the warm colors, and which I believe was called Strawberry Lemonade, and then the cool colors, which I can't remember what it was called. Something about the ocean, I think. I don't know. It's been a while, you guys. Tidal Wave. It was called Tidal Wave. Okay, and so I've pulled those out. I've pulled out some of the acetate leaves that go from the 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbert collection. I'm going to put some of those down because they're nice and soft and not really in-your-face bold, and they just add a little bit of color and texture to this layout. And then I'm going to pile on some pink leaves to kind of play off of the pink that is in the background that I've chosen. And I'm keeping also some of the worn wood looking stuff from the Nature Study collection. And I'm really liking how this is coming together. It's kind of a soft and pretty layout. and I think it's just perfect for this. I know a lot of people would maybe prefer to do more childish looking layouts with maybe nursery or baby lines, but I'm not as inspired by those, and I have used them. I'm just not as inspired by them, and I don't feel like I need to go out run out and purchase more baby stuff. I got all of this beautiful stuff in my stash, so I might as well use it. That being said, I do have a few pieces of baby girl paper, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling it on this particular layout, and I think it's okay. I really like a lot of variety in my albums, and I'm hoping that she does too, because I definitely have a variety of layouts that I'm doing over the course of her first year, and I'm happy with that. So while I go ahead and glue these things down, I will remind you there is a playlist for Off the Board where everyone is using their own Pinterest boards as inspiration. So you're going to get all kinds of different things if you go and check that out. And I would encourage you to also check out MK and Sandie's channels. I will link those down below. For Stitches and Stencils, this is a monthly hop that the three of us do where we include stitching and stenciling on our layout. We've been doing it a little bit more than a year. We started doing this at a retreat the three of us were at. I was using a lot of stitches and a lot of stencils. I was borrowing a lot of stencils from Sandie because she has gorgeous stencils in her shop. And I was using MK's sewing machine all the time, and we were just kind of chatting and joking around, and I said, yeah, we should just have a series about stitching and stenciling with all the stitches and stencils I'm doing. And there it was born. So a lot of fun. So I'm really liking how this number 7 came out. I'm not adding a bunch of journaling to this layout. I think the number 7 kind of says everything. When you put it in the layouts in the album in order, it will be in context that this is the 7th layout or the 7th month. And so I think that will work just fine. I don't think I need to add a whole bunch of journaling. Excuse me. I am adding a few butterflies and a little bit of this ribbon, and I cannot remember what this stuff is called. It's super soft. I don't know, seam binding? I'm not sure. It's really pretty though. So I'm really happy with the way that this is looking. If you know the name of that ribbon, feel free to tell me in the comments down below, because I have forgotten what it's called. And maybe that's just a temporary memory loss thing, and I'll remember at 4 in the morning, because that's the way things happen for me. But right now, can't think of it. Okay, I am adding some foam dots to the back of this piece because of the stitching. It is definitely not going to lay flat. I did take the time to go and cut those in half so that I could put them around the outer edge, because if I put them inside where the dots are, then you definitely don't see the holes as well, and it kind of like gives you makes the whole thing white where the dots are, the glue dots, and I didn't really want that. So I am just supporting it around the outer edges, and then the floss on the back side is giving it the support in the middle. I did use my tiny attacher stapler to attach those two acetate butterflies. And that is it, you guys. I apologize that you can't see her cute little face. I just do that for privacy purposes, out of respect for her family. And that is it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch today. If you enjoyed this one, hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to my channel. I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.